How's it going, everybody? ArcJane Gaming here, back with another video. In this one, we have the next episode in the stream Into the Light series. We are going to be looking today at the one where they talk about, the weapons and the new social space that's coming in and a new shader. So be ready to look at that. And just thank you all for all your support, and I will see you at the end of the video. Let's go ahead and skip. I don't know exactly when it starts, so.
Yeah.
It'll be fun.
Okay.
A few topics.
Okay, here we go. Volume back on. Just turn it up a bit, actually. There we go.
Go ahead and check out you all, and welcome back to our second of 3 live streams to go ahead and talk about what's going to be coming with Destiny 2 Into the Light on April 9th. As a reminder, everything you're about to see is available to all players, just as was everything last week when we went ahead and had a chance to go ahead and walk through Onslaught. Now, today we've obviously got a few topics that we touched on last week. We got a new social space to go ahead and check out. We're going to look at some rewards, obviously, and maybe an up-close and personal look at the Brave Arsenal. But of course, I'm not the only one
let's
who's going to
hope
be
that
talking
the
through it.
new
I'm joined by
place
an
is
all-star
the
cast
D1
of folks
tower.
here from the Bungie development team, and I'm going to go ahead and go on down the line and introduce them. If you were here last week, you obviously recognize his face, but Tom Farnsworth, Senior Design Lead, how you doing today?
I'm doing great, yeah. And a little bit about myself here. I've been at Bungie for about 12 years, maybe a little longer. It's been a while.
Go.
And obviously there's some stuff we're going to be looking at
Tom,
today that's kind of like full
you've
circle.
been doing a great job, buddy.
Space Tiger
The
logo,
designs
the light
of
there from
all
the
of
early days
Destiny
and,
is beautiful.
I've been fortunate to, I was able to place the Kavastov way back in Cosmo for y'all to pick up.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah, that was something. Obviously, it was
foundation.
Teams are stronger than heroes is a big team effort, but there's a few things that I'm really having had a chance to work proud to interact with players. And then there's some things I'm a little more infamous for, like placing the drop pods and Homecoming.
So follow him on Twitter, let him know how you thought about that. Right.
And then over the past few years, I've been working on seasons and things like the 30th and Into the Light as a creative lead.
Awesome. Very cool. Thank you very much for your hard
You're doing a
work
great
as
job.
someone who's played a lot of it. Excited to go ahead and dive in more with even more of it today. And of course, also we're joined by Chris Proctor, Senior Design Lead here at Bungie. Chris, for the fine folks at home who may not have heard you on a podcast or know anything about you, can you tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do here at Bungie?
Yeah, hey Andy, thanks. I joined Bungie 4.5 years ago as weapons feature lead for Destiny 2. So a bunch of Destiny releases. This will be my 17th with Into the Light.
Is that all?
Jeez.
Yeah.
Going through like a bunch of greatest hits.
Yeah.
It's gonna be fun.
Yeah, it's going to be cool. We obviously have a lot of stuff to talk through with the Brave Arsenal today and greatest hits.
Okay, so he's the weapons design lead.
And of course,
okay.
last but very not least,
He's
down
important.
at the end,
He's an
the
important
one and
guy.
only Kelsey Rice, systems designer here at Bungie. Kelsey, how you doing today?
Hello, I'm doing great.
All right, well,
Thanks for having me.
obviously the third verse, same as the second and the first. For the folks at home who may not know you or know anything about your work, can you tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do here at Bungie?
Yes, I'd love to. First, yes, I'm a systems designer at Bungie. I've been here for about 2.5 years, and I work on a lot of fun stuff like quests and pursuits and progressions, a lot of like spreadsheet design, which I
The
really love.
fabric that holds all of our adventures together, honestly.
Yes.
Very exciting. Well, obviously, you've had a big hand Into the Light as well today. We're going to go ahead and dive into that here in just a bit. But, before we go ahead and dive on, is there anything you guys are excited about today in particular, or should we just go ahead and show rather than just tell? What do you think? Show it is.
Yeah.
All right, let's go ahead and dive on in. Dive on in, rather. So we're going to start off. We have a brand new social space, the Hall of Champions, that we're going to go ahead and check on out. Kelsey, Kelsey's the one who's responsible for taking us through that. So shall you return to the throne
Hall of
world, obviously, and dive on in?
Bring me your tithes.
Perfect, excellent. That's right. There are tithes to be gathered. Now,
Oh,
while
are
we're
they
on
showing
the way,
it?
Tom, Hall of Champions is a brand new social space here in Destiny 2. Where is this? Where are we gonna where's this place been? Why are we checking it out now?
So Shaxx has carved out just a little bit of the backstage of the tower.
Yeah.
And you're going to see a few little fun nods here to Destiny history.
Yep. All right, we're looking at it now on screen.
Yeah, we've got Kelsey on screen here. We got SweepyBot, and this is actually the lead up to the Hall of Champions.
This is where they keep it all the time.
Yeah,
This is
when,
where
there's
Eva
an
has been
off-season
the
for a lot
entire
of the holiday
time.
Events.
Yeah. Little pile of
And,
snow.
And
Wow. Okay. That's
some
interesting.
there's some
Wow.
greenery.
This is interesting. All
okay.
right, so we've
I'm gonna pause it there. This is exactly how everybody sees all of them. This is like the biggest joke that they could have ever done with this stuff. Is like everybody has been kind of wondering, off and on, like, where has the solstice stuff been? Like, where did they just, get all of the, like, like chro- chronologically in Destiny, where has all this stuff been? And it's just been in a backstage area in the tower this entire time. It's like, how in Destiny 1 you like go down through the tower and then you go to like the back corner and that's where Eva is. This is exactly what this place should have been. But okay. So that's actually interesting. Okay.
We found a bit of the storage room to a degree. So he's carved out
I'm
space maybe
like I
that has
want to
been
like
hiding in
see all
plain
the
view
little
potentially for
things
other
like
sweeper
that are
bots
there,
or
but
red
I
jacks
want to
around the
look at
tower.
it like in real
Yeah, so
time
there's
as
some
well.
stuff from the
So I don't want to spoil myself completely.
Onslaught, this ADU.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Some little
Noah put it here himself.
no, and all the space. Like if we just take a step forward, you're gonna see. There we go. Here's the Champions Hall.
Here we
the Hall of
go.
Champions.
Oh.
All right, so this is the Hall of Champions.
And just like
That's
Xur kind
beautiful.
of carved out Eternity for the 30th anniversary, Shaxx has kind of set this space aside for us and Into the Light, where all your armor, your weapon.
A perfect thing to use for this is to have the Hall of Heroes include the people who they have honored from like passing away. Like as a nudge to them, like all the people that they've given tribute to or like given a gun or a weapon, they need to put them here and have them in the Hall of Heroes. That would be beautiful. That would be amazing that they could do. Also, if you look right here, she has the recluse on, and it has the Into the Light logo on it,
Your rewards. This is going to be your
and
home
it's
base
like
for Into the Light.
Excellent. Awesome. All right.
the
Well,
style
Kelsey,
of
can you go ahead and show us a little bit? We're
Berserk
going to go ahead and walk up here.
playlist.
We see a whole bevy of chests actually. Let's go ahead and start there. What are we looking at, and how do we go ahead and start cracking these open rather?
Yeah, so as you can see, this space is just full of chests. As you can see here, all the class icons on the floor, a little bit like
Which these chests will most likely be like one per character per account. Like all these chests, it would be all of them for your Warlock, your Titan, and your Hunter, and it would just be per your account. So like I think this section right here is the Titan ones, the next one is the Hunters, and then the next one in the back is the Warlocks. And all of those you would unlock and get it would be kind of like Dares of Eternity, how there were all those chests there that you could get all of your armor and stuff from that uh from unlocking it, but I think that's what they're trying to do with it. So it's going to be one per account, like each section of chest per account. See, like you have the Titan uh, logo on the floor right there. So
30th. You can come here to redeem this currency, trophies of bravery, that you're going to earn from completing Onslaught.
and you look right here, you can see the emblems. That's actually really nice. The 3D emblems on there, much better than the holograms above the chest, like in 30th anniversary. That's actually really nice.
And from playing the broad game in Destiny.
And I'm
so
gonna
all
let
of
her
these
talk.
trophies
It's
here,
just
if
I
you progress
wanna
your
see if
hype
I'm right.
with Shaxx, you'll be able to spend them here at all these chests to get a really cool.
Okay,
set
so
of
it's
armor
exactly
kind of
like the
for
Xur
the
reputation.
characters. You can see what that looks like on the Hunter.
That's right. Also, too, so for the
Okay.
folks at home, we went ahead and mentioned
Sort
this
of
as well.
like a an Orpheus rig vibe with the legs. The headpiece is almost exactly like the original Destiny 2 armor. The arms are pretty unique. They kind of look like another set of hunter arms, the ones that look like the Cabal armor. The cloak, it kind of looks like one of the generic like Guardian Games ones. And then the chest piece, it's like a vest. I like it. It's not the best armor set in the world, but I do like it. I would wear it if I
Online,
had
but
it.
as a quick reminder, this is actually an
Oh,
armor
and you
set
can
that is
see mountaintop in the hand, and something right here which I don't want to guess what it is because I don't know for sure, But there's definitely going to be something here as well. So they're kind of giving like a little hint to what they have going on with the weapons. So they are bringing back Mountaintop, are bringing back Recluse, and they are bringing back this one weapon, but I don't know what it is.
It's inspired by year one of Destiny 2. Tom, this is the parade armor set, I believe, is what we're referring to it as.
So like it's the D2 year one parade armor.
That's right. Yeah.
You had it in Homecoming. It's kind of a classic set. We're again like full circle here with we were like beginning the Destiny 2 saga there, and now we're kind of
So I actually have the mouse
ending
pad
fight
of
here.
this.
We're getting ready to take the fight.
It
to the
kind of looks like
has got
the
this iconic set of
the
armor.
D2
We're calling
year
the
one armor,
Parade
but it's
armor,
not
2.0.
the same.
And
But
everyone
we'll see.
can earn it.
We'll
It's
see
available to all
as we go along.
players. And there's some other cosmetics we can show off.
So
here
they
if you
only
wanna
showed
play
the
with it, too.
Very nice. And
the
also,
hunter.
too,
I
for
don't think
folks
they're
out
gonna show
there, we have the hunter here. Actually, Kelsey, can we check out the armor set one more time?
Yeah.
For the folks at home. Also, too, so this is an up-close and personal look, obviously, at this armor set, which will be available to everyone that goes ahead and jumps into the Light. Also, too, there's a Titan set and a Warlock set, we should also say. That you can go ahead and see in the key art as well, but obviously this will be arriving on April 9th, so you'll get a chance to go ahead and go hands-on.
Right,
But,
and we'll go
it's
back
looking
and look
fresh,
at the key
honestly.
art
I'm not too. I
later.
wouldn't be upset to go ahead and
But
don
I think
that armor.
everybody's already seen it, so we don't
boy,
need to
this
It's
talk
really
about it yet.
interesting, like setting all these. We're working on all this stuff because we were kind of waiting to finally see that set, and finally being able to equip it in game was just such a cool experience.
As
Yeah,
a
honestly.
Destiny 2 player, right here, she has like the glowy effects right here and here, and I'm like, please equip something here and see what weapon that is, because I'm so like, please just look at it, like because it's annoying to have it just keep flashing at you, I feel. By the way, the stats are pretty terrible. Definitely need to get a better roll on them.
All these. We're working on all this stuff because we were kind of waiting to finally see that set, and finally being able to equip it in game was just such a cool experience.
Yeah, honestly. All right, so we're obviously equipped. We've got an armor set that we're going to go ahead and be chasing down, but we're now hanging out with Shaxx, and is that our site over there as well?
Yes, that is our site. And one last.
So those of you who don't know, our site is actually
we're working on all this stuff because we were kind of waiting to
D1
finally see that set, and is going to be your
robot.
hub for.
With Shaxx, and
In D1, Shaxx stood right across from a robot character. This is him. He would go, yes, and he would sell you Vanguard armor, Crucible armor, whatever armor was that week. He would be selling it, and it was really good armor, I must say. So that's nice to see him here.
is that our site over there as well?
Yes, that is our site.
Excellent.
And one last chest I want to point out here.
Oh,
too.
please.
This one is going to be your hub for just grinding out weapons. So those trophies that you'll be collecting with Shaxx, you can just keep redeeming them here, and you'll be able to get all your guns
Okay.
here.
So it's exactly like Dares of Eternity. So this will definitely be like a Dares type of mission where you can just grind it as much as you want over and over again, and you'll just get the good loot from it. So I will say that is great because we've been needing like a good farm uh encounter for a while, so that'll be good to see.
And this one here is we're bringing back the Gift of the Thunder Gods. So if you need to catch up on your power level to make sure that you're like ready to hop in,
Nice.
that's what you can do as well.
So good, Gift of the Thunder
Right,
Gods.
obviously,
That's awesome.
It's, again, as a reminder, this is available to all players.
So for those of you who don't know what Gift of the Thunder Gods were, Gift of the Thunder Gods was around Season of the Plunder, and what would it give you is that it would give you Thunderlord and a whole bunch of armor so that you could just boost your level real quick and get you up to 1780 back when 1780 was the power cap. And so now you have that, and I guess they're continuing that, which is great. People do need to get armor like that and have a chance to do that, because now you really only have your armor that comes from doing missions, like story missions, but you can only do it on the legendary missions, and so we only have Witch Queen and Lightfall for that. And if you've already done Witch Queen and Lightfall, and you're back to square one with that, and you're still pretty low leveled, when you get back in, then it can be tough for some people, especially for new lights who haven't paid yet, the free to play players. They need some way to boost their level, so that's a good way to get them started.
Players. And so if you've got any friends that maybe aren't quite at that powerful cap, also too, actually, to double check, this will bring folks up to the powerful cap, was it?
Powerful, not pinnacle.
That's right. Okay, perfect. All right. So for your
Yeah,
friends
so
that
I
want
was
to go
right.
ahead and
Powerful.
dive in right alongside you, even if they maybe haven't played, very much recently, they got a chance to go ahead and just catch right up.
They'll be ready.
Be ready for day one. That's
Yeah.
right. Okay, perfect. So let's go ahead and talk to Shax actually as a starting point. So how are we going to be working with Shax? Obviously, he's opened up his Den of Antiquities to us, but Kelsey, can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yeah, of course.
What is in the
Yeah,
back?
so we need to pull out all the stops in defeating the witness. So
What is
Shax
behind
has
her?
opened up his
Or,
brave arsenal
behind
for us.
Shax?
As you can see, Shax is really like the shining star of this area. I've been kind of panning by all these
It
hollow
looks like
Shaxes
a-
that line the space, which I'll be happy to talk
darkness,
about in a
Oh yes.
like a
moment.
taken
But yeah,
orb.
let's go talk to him.
I don't know
see
what
he's
it is
got.
though.
So over
Okay.
the course of Into the Light, as you earn
Okay, so you see these are probably going to be the keys that they're talking about for the chests. So it will be one per account. So you'll get the chest, the hands, the armor, the boot, and then the class armor. And so that's good to know. These look like new engrams. So it'll be probably the Lord of War engrams. Um, or whatever this place is called. It might be just called Shaxx uh engrams. He might just have, or Onslaught engrams maybe. Uh, you do get an exotic. I wonder what this is right here. This might be something to open something else, like maybe a ship, maybe, to open up a ship chest. But who knows? It could be something else. But these look really nice. I wonder what these are. These tokens might be like the strange coins, sort of. And by the way, just want to say this: who has this many legendary shards? This is so many legendary shards. You don't need this many. Look at this silver. Do you know? Hold on, hold on, hold on. Let me do the math here. 66,600. Hold on. How much is Destiny Silver? I'm going to Google. Okay. 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 So 10,000, right? 10,000 is $80, right? 6 times 6, right? Times 6. Uh, so, oh my gosh. Okay. So, oh my gosh. And why did it have to be 666? Couldn't she have gotten, one more 100K, you know? Or 10K? Just make it 766, not 666? Like, okay. But that's so much. And 20,000 this lady has too much stuff to not have any sort of stats to her armor. That's roughly like $1,000 worth of silver. I could be wrong. It could be close to like $600 worth of silver. But still, $600
reputation
worth of
with
silver.
him, you're going to be able to progress and get all this cool stuff. One thing in particular I want to point out:
Interesting.
this key.
Super black key
super
alpha.
black key. Is that what I'm seeing over there, Kelsey?
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
The
Yeah,
other
I
key,
wonder where-
super black key Omega, is held by our site 99. Okay, so there are two keys. This is one of two keys needed to unlock Super Black containment at the rear of the Hall of Champions. So that's the super. Is it supermassive black hole like the song? Oh my gosh. Okay. Well,
Where that
that's
goes.
ridiculous.
So maybe people that are D1 vets potentially from back in the day might remember this. Is this what's this symbiote we're looking back here?
Yeah, right now it's pretty powerful. It's in containment, but if you keep playing into the light, you'll be able to get access to the keys you need to unlock this. And get access to the shader.
Oh, it's so good. All right.
Oh, it's a
so obviously
shader?
too, yes. Is there
Wait a minute. That's a shader? Is it an all black shader? Are they finally adding an all black shader and you have to play to get it? Oh my god. Okay.
reminder, heads up
That's
to everyone.
ridiculous.
So
I
one of the
probably
ultimate
made this
rewards
video way
available
too
through
long
this
already.
will indeed
We
be the
got
return
another
of the Super
hour
Black
of this.
shader.
For,
It's
40
back,
minutes.
finally. It's back. There's probably some song lyrics to go along with that. I couldn't tell you what they are, but I will say to the Destiny Fashion subreddit, we are prepared for you to go ahead and take this on wholesale. So actually, let's go ahead and take a look. Let's go ahead and just equip Super Black and give it a look really quickly. Oh man. Chat, how do you feel? Come on. It does not get much better than that. Excellent. All right.
Yeah.
So Shaxx is obviously going to be there to help us get rewards. In addition to the Brave Arsenal and the armor, Super Black is waiting for us. So tell us a little bit about our site as
So
well. Actually.
Super
He's,
Black
I'm not sure if many
is
people
most likely gonna be the final black shader. Like there's no other parts of it that aren't black. That is awesome. How many years has people been saying that we want an all black shader? Like none of this like, oh, it works black with, some arbor pieces and then others it's like blue and white. No, and gray. No, this is a full black
the
shader. That's
chat know
awesome.
about him. He's usually lived in lore entries, but let's go ahead and get a look and see what we're going to be working with him on.
Yeah. So our site has a lot of quests for us. And we
Okay. So right here we have uh so we have a scout rifle, a sniper, a grenade launcher, and so I actually did see this. This is like a variation of like a falling guillotine. And then this might be close to like a hung jury. So that'll be
did
nice to
some
see.
pretty interesting things in my opinion with
And this is the other part of
some
the
of the
key.
quests you can
I
pick
say.
up from our site. They're going to unlock a couple things. They also have very
Yeah,
fun
hung
puns that we
jury,
had
Succession.
a lot of fun.
Okay, so they reworked Succession. Okay, so they're gonna make another Succession. Okay, that's awesome.
Working on.
Edge Transit. Okay, I never
So,
played with
for every
Edge
single
Transit,
weapon
so
that we're going to
it might
be
be new.
talking about today, there's a corresponding quest.
And then Falling Guillotine. Yeah, so I was right. It is another rendition of a Falling Guillotine.
Once you've completed the quest for that weapon, you're going to be able to unlock access to that weapon dropping as rewards. But there's two other really cool things that we can talk about there. One, we have these special limited edition appearances for the Brave Arsenal.
Yeah.
So completing these quests, you're going to get a guaranteed, curated copy of these limited edition weapons.
Excellent.
Which I'm happy to show because they look rad. And
So
you'll
it's
unlock a
limited
tool, which
edition.
is something I can
So
talk
this
about
is
in a
gonna
second.
be like Into the Light is probably gonna be close to like a solstice type event where it shows up and these weapons like I don't know, they say like a limited edition like weapons, but I don't think it's supposed to be because they said that they were gonna keep this stuff here, you know? Like they were gonna keep it here and they were gonna keep it for Lightfall. But I could be wrong. They could only have this for like a little bit, but I'm more like I'm not really sure about that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so let's take a look at some of these.
So here's a look.
Oh, she
of course,
has them. Okay. So there's
Obviously,
Mountain
for the
Top.
folks at home, they may remember this one. I get a hunch that chat obviously is getting a little excited, but I know it's so exciting.
Look at the shader on it though.
So
That's
this
such
is
a
a
nice
quick look at the
shader.
mountaintop.
If we
Obviously,
get that
Chris, we're gonna
shader,
dive
that'd
in
be
more
cool.
with the whole Brave Arsenal in a little bit, but this is I believe she touched on the limited edition versions of these, the ornaments that exist on there. Can you tell us a little bit about what the limited edition variants of these are that are available over the course of Into the Light?
Sure, yeah. So the Brave Arsenal weapons will drop from Onslaught, and talking a little bit about attunement and whatnot here. There is a low chance that one will drop as a limited edition variant, which comes pre-equipped with a super shiny ornament that's locked to that weapon.
Yeah.
So the Edge Transit here is the limited edition variant. These are kind of exotic levels of fancy.
Yeah.
So you can't apply shaders to the ornaments. You have to remove the ornament first.
Got it.
The ornaments will only be available up until the final shape launches.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's what they meant. It's a limited edition of the ornaments. Okay, that's cool. So I'm gonna play the crap out of Into the Light. I'm going to get everything for it. I'm gonna also try to get it for my my new character as well. So I gotta say this. It shows 1830 here. We are at an 1810 cap right now. So when they said that the pinnacle cap is gonna stay, they lied, basically, because this is 1830 right here. Is that power? We are at an 1810 cap. We can't exceed 1810 right now. So they lied to us when they said that it is gonna stay 1810, but no, it's gonna be 1830. So okay, that's good to know.
Edition variants.
Makes sense.
So the base versions will continue to be available.
I don't think a lot of people
So there's
noticed
the
that.
ultimate I Was There version with the limited edition on there, but other than that, after the final shape launches, people will still be able to get these weapons and keep farming for them.
Yeah, there's like they have super cool visuals. They drop with double perks in both trait columns, but they don't have any other gameplay differences. So if you've got a great base weapon, you don't need to go and get
Just cosmetic.
cosmetic only.
Fair enough. Makes sense. Absolutely. All right, we're going to be able to test these out in a little bit. So,
that's
obviously,
good.
we're going to go through all of these here in just a bit. Chat, there's a taste of just a few. We're glad that you get a chance to go ahead and check it out. But also, too, for the folks that want to go ahead and farm these rolls out, Kelsey, I believe you just mentioned attunement. Can you tell us a little bit more about that before we move on?
Yes, I'd love to. So one cool thing that you can do when completing these weapon quests, once they're available at our site, is attune to a weapon. So let's say that there's a weapon you really want to drop. You can bend luck in your favor and make it more likely for that weapon to appear. So for example, I can do that now. Let's do Recluse.
Yeah.
So
Chat seems to be pretty hyped on Recluse.
So, if you're looking around, you'll see there's all of these Shaxes everywhere, which we just had an absolute blast working with and coming up with. And once you've unlocked attunement, you can just freely do this at any time. You can change your attunement at any time. You can choose which weapon has a higher chance of dropping. So I'm going to do that now. Okay.
There we go.
Got our thumbs up. We're
Get
good.
the affirmation from Shax, never hurts.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
okay.
can always use
I
more
wonder if that's
affirmations.
free.
It never hurts, honestly. He shouts them very effectively, I might add.
Yes. So yeah, at any point, you can just visit another one. I could even just go and, unattune and reattune to my heart's content. Just once you've unlocked it, you can do that at any time. So yeah.
Okay, so you have to unlock your
favorites
butt.
that
You
wanna
can do it at
chase
any time, so you don't have to keep
you'll have
paying.
a much
for
higher
it.
chance of getting them.
That's nice.
Excellent. All right. Obviously, the Hall of Champions has a lot in store. There's even more, obviously, chat than is even here. But we see what you're saying in chat. I feel the electricity in the air. I should also note one more thing. You should all go out and farm with impunity to go ahead and get the rolls you want, ultimately, because with the arrival of the final shape, we'll indeed be adding 100 more vault slots. So go out there, grab the rolls, grab 27 Edge Transit, and hold on to them until you get a chance to Google which one has the God roll.
Okay,
All
so
up to you, but
we're getting 100 more vault slots. So they keep watching Dado videos, and so Dado is helping everybody vault clean, and they're just like, yeah, maybe this is a problem. People are having way too many. So okay, that's
want to
nice.
let you know that with the arrival of the final shape, you'll be getting 100 more vault slots. So go ahead and dive on in and grab whatever you want to go ahead and chase.
Okay, great.
Excellent.
Awesome.
All right.
Yeah,
I think that's a
because like
solid
for people
tour.
who like want to like collect all the weapons to like have all the weapons, like I like having one of each weapon in the vault. Sometimes I delete a lot of them, but I always keep at least one of each weapon. There's over, like 600 weapons right now, so you can't have one of every single weapon. So it's kind of like a backhand to the face that the vault is so small. So I think 100 more would be good.
Of the Hall of Champions, I think maybe at this point we go ahead and start diving on in with the Brave Arsenal. Tom, what are you thinking?
Yeah, I'll hop in. Let's go clean out some lost sectors.
There we go. Excellent.
Yeah.
We got some demos to run as well. All right, everyone. So this is as a quick look at the Hall of Champions as well. Now we're going to go ahead and dive on in and look at the Brave Arsenal. Now, Chris, obviously you were intrinsically involved with kind of setting this whole thing up, with building the Brave Arsenal, deciding what was out there.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit about how you guys landed on this iconic set of Destiny weapons for Into the Light?
Yeah, and we all have our own favorite weapons internally, and wanted to make sure that we delivered on a ton of nostalgia for the whole like Destiny 2 weapon set.
Yeah.
If you look on Reddit or Twitter, there are hundreds of weapons that these could be. We
Yeah.
had to narrow it down to 12. It's like we couldn't reasonably fit any more into the activity.
Yeah.
We couldn't necessarily afford to make many more than that.
Here we go.
So it's yeah, a whole set of weapons from across Destiny's history. A few recent ones. Most of them are from earlier in D2's
Yeah.
history.
So for those who have been terrorized by Blast Furnace and the Crucible, it's back now.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, Tom, let's go ahead and just kind of walk through these. Let's go ahead and take us at a hung jury I see next as well.
Sure, I can just. Do you want me to?
Okay,
I'll
let's
just
start with the
mouse
blast.
over them here. Blast Furnace, Hung Jury,
Jury returns as well.
Session.
For anyone that hasn't had a chance to dive into Deepstone Crypt, they can get their hands on a raid weapon as well.
Yeah, I should just touch on
Okay,
Succession.
okay.
There's,
Yeah, please.
Hold on.
Fort
I'm
Barents
sorry.
in there as
I'm
well.
sorry.
Some
I wasn't
ones,
paying
most
attention,
of them are
everybody.
from-
I'm
from
so sorry.
earlier in D2.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
So-
He's wearing the all black
For those who have
shader.
been terrorized
That's the all black
by
shader
Blast
that you
Furnace
get
and
at
the
the end of it. Look, it's all. That's so nice. All the hunters must be like fuming and like frothing at the mouth right now. Oh my gosh.
It's
It
back
looks
now.
great.
Yeah.
obviously.
Yeah.
It looks
honestly,
great.
Tom, let's go ahead and just kind of walk through these. Let's go ahead and
What
take
would
us
be
at a hung
awesome
jury.
is if the glow was black and it had like a black glow to it.
Yeah, I see
But
next as well.
white
Sure,
is
I can
good
just.
as well.
Do you want me to?
Okay,
I'll just
start with the
mouse
blast.
over them here. Blast Furnace, Hung Jury,
Jury returns as well.
Session.
For anyone that hasn't had a chance to dive into Deepstone Crypt, they can get their hands on a raid weapon as well.
Yeah, I should just touch on Succession. And there's,
Yeah, please.
Fort Barents in there as well. But these are fairly recent weapons, but they are, by default, you have to own the release that those raids came out in. So you have to own Beyond Light if you want to get Succession. You have
Right.
to own Witch Queen if you want to get Forbearance.
Yeah.
The Onslaught versions of these weapons, or the Brave Arsenal versions, are available to all players. So you get a taste of what, like, the raw power of a raid weapon.
Yeah. Which honestly, once you get Succession in your hands, suddenly everything feels so alive. Like it's like a ton of bricks. Let's see. We also have, there we go, Midnight Coup.
Midnight
for anyone
Coup.
who watched last week, thank you. Noah,
Everybody
as
wanted
for going
this
ahead
to
and
come
showing
back.
us off.
Everybody was
Midnight Coup
excited.
obviously makes an incredibly triumphant return.
Seems like it has
Actually,
kinetic
can you
tremors.
adjust it just so it shows the waves in the shader, Tom? There we go.
There we go.
It's just, that never
Yeah,
gets
that
old,
is
honestly.
that is a really nice
Harkens back
shader.
to one of my favorite times in the Black Armory. Excellent. All right, so we have a full list here. So we've gone over all of them in the primary slot. Let's go ahead and move on down to the green ammo selection as well. Obviously, Recluse chat, you've all noticed that. We're just as happy that it's back as you are. Let's go ahead and take a look at what else we got in store there. Luna's Howl, of course. Actually, in particular with Luna's Howl, I know we were talking about this a little
Luna's
bit
Howl
earlier,
is
but,
coming back.
These
I'm
weapons
excited.
are not necessarily their previous estate, just
Slide
kind of held in
shot,
stasis, but you guys have brought them
Magnificent
forward with new
Howl.
perks. You've kind of done some redesigns as well. With Luna Howls in particular, you were mentioning that the Magnificent Howl perk has undergone a rework as well.
Yeah, in its original shipping form, that was way too strong because it would let you two-tap a Guardian in PvP incredibly fast with the perk up.
Yeah.
180 RPM. So we've brought Luna's Howl forward as a 140 RPM hand cannon, but it retains the precision frame, so it's super easy to control the recoil.
Yeah.
We've also redesigned the Magnificent Howl.
So it's still gonna slap in
So
PvP.
that now
Is
lets
what
you
they're
build
saying.
up stacks of super bullets, a little bit reminiscent of Hawkmoon,
Yeah.
with precision final blows.
Yeah.
And then you can unleash those on Guardians to do massive damage. You can get a two-tap, but it requires a little bit more effort.
Yeah.
And obviously
Luna's
it's very
Howl is
strong
kind
in
of the,
PvP as well.
Yeah, got to bide your time and actually
It was
land those
closer
headshots.
to the
I'm saying that mostly to myself in the mirror as I get up.
the Hawkmoon of the early days of Destiny. So when they did add Hawkmoon, it was a very big issue. Hawkmoon had a lot of um issues with it because it was way too strong. So I think it's good that they dialed back the stats for this.
Upset for losing another round of trials.
Okay,
but
so you see this Power 1810. So this is 1810. This is now. Like this is current. So I think she like maybe she just had like an accident till like, oh, we accidentally, showed that 1830 will be the cap uh for into the final shape. Maybe that'll be what that is, and that's what she accidentally showed. But who knows? It might be
You'll notice
something
we
different.
had two hand cannons in this release, Midnight Coup and Luna's Howl.
That's right, yeah.
We assigned
No,
those to
because you
two
see, he
different
had
designers,
1830 right
Yeah.
there.
and there's a competition going on to see which one is more
1830,
popular or is more
right
effective.
there. See?
So
So it will increase the power cap. It's gonna increase to 1830. Okay.
So everyone out there in chat right now
Or
should
the
let us
pinnacle
know
cap.
which one of those two ends up being their favorite.
Yep.
We have an actual debt to settle internally here by the sounds of it. Which one do you think is going to win, Chris?
I'm a little biased.
Little biased?
I have my Midnight Coup from the Leviathan raid still in my vault.
Oh, yeah.
I'm deeply attached to that weapon.
Fair enough. All right.
We'll see.
Let's see here. All right. Also, Elsie's. So actually, here's a cool one as well.
Yeah.
This is no longer the Stranger's rifle. This is Elsie's rifle now.
Yeah, Elsie's no longer a stranger.
That's right. Yeah.
But yeah, this is a really iconic Destiny 1 weapon that everyone who played through the Destiny 1 campaign would have acquired.
I
The
loved
Stranger's
this
rifle.
weapon. I'm
It's
so
come
glad
forward
they're
with
bringing
as
it back.
close to its original
Love it.
feel as we could manage, updated
I'm
from the
excited
Destiny 2
for that.
sandbox. It's got a ton of cool new traits. It's really very, very strong, high impact.
Is
Yeah.
that overload?
It's
Is
running
that
the Rewind
overflow?
rounds perk.
On it?
Oh,
Turnabout and
which we
overflow?
made for Bolt of Glass.
Yeah.
The D2
Think so.
version, which harks back to the original perks on the Stranger's Rifle in D1. as
Yeah,
well.
and again,
This one already looks,
1830. So
filthy. if
I'm
I might say,
right.
with Zen
It's gonna
Moment and
be.
Desperado on there.
It's gonna
What is that?
increase.
Yeah.
Did the room get colder, or what just happened? Honestly, and also too. So there's a new. Actually, as long as we're there, Tom, if you wouldn't mind actually opening that back up, there's a new origin trait. Pardon me, as well on these.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's right.
So Final Blow's grenade energy when playing a light subclass, or melee energy playing with a dark subclass. Ooh, the grenade builds on this and the melee builds on this are gonna be insane. This will be good for Titans who have Synthos and the new um in Strand. And then this will also be good for Warlocks with Solar and their grenade builds. So that'll be nice.
So yeah, the Indomitability trait, Final Blows with a
All right, let's skip through a little bit.
Of course, I think that was that a limited edition ornament on the Recluse as well that you have over there.
Yep. There's
yeah,
a base
just
and
look at the.
Oh,
look at
let's
the
take a look.
difference between the two.
There we go. That's again
Really
the
nice.
ultimate. I was there. As you go ahead and begin your showdown with the Witness, with the arrival of the final shape, doesn't hurt to have one of these sitting on your hip. Obviously, to go ahead and make a statement the moment you walk into the room.
Yeah, and this one is the curated version. The natural drops of the limited edition variants do have
Double perk. That's right. Yeah. Excellent.
Okay.
And of course, our beloved Edge Transit.
Yeah,
Couldn't
when
keep
we
it
were-
away if we wanted to.
When we were looking at the
Never played with Edge
fan
Transit.
favorite weapons, like we wanted to bring forward some of the strongest weapons from Forsaken.
Yeah.
He has like fond memories of blasting
All right.
the strong
It just doesn't. yeah.
launching you into the air. So we've made that part of the base behavior of the new.
Is that
weapon self-
that green
grenade
smoke is
launcher intrinsic.
crazy.
So you do super low self damage and give yourself a massive physics impulse.
Yeah. The
Master
Team Fortress
of
2 soldier
Arms, that's
mains
the
are just
Recluse
suddenly dusting
perk.
off their rocket launchers in real time right now, obviously. So obviously too is going ahead and adding just not only to the perk pool but kind of the intrinsic feel of these weapons. Were there any others in particular when you guys were working on them where you're like, yes, this is how this change needs to go? Like obviously Magnificent Howl got a change, but is there anything else in that pool that feels like it was really kind of a cool leap forward for these weapons?
I think Blast Furnace is a good example because the Black Armory version rolled with scopes, which, like, everyone would just pick the best scope. Like, internally, we felt like the Rasmussen ISA scope was, like, by far the best. Really, really clean.
Yeah.
And with the changes to
I don't know how I
damage
feel
for
about the
weapons,
green
Zoom
smoke
doesn't
that
matter
comes
much
out.
anymore anyway.
Yeah.
So it comes pre-equipped with that
I don't think I
scope
like that.
geometry, but it can roll
It
balance
makes it look
instead,
like
so
it's
you get all the
farting.
benefits of stats.
Oh, awesome.
Stats are already pretty juiced.
Yeah.
but you have that.
But the
classic
rest
scope
of it
geo.
looks great.
Actually, also too, to channel chat one more time, as a quick heads up as well, these weapons, while they won't be craftable, they are going to be enhanceable. Is that correct?
Correct, yeah. So these weapons will retroactively be enhanceable when the final shape comes out. So any drops that you get during this initial period, you'll be able to enhance then.
Excellent. Okay, so you want to make sure to really hold on to those god rolls that Light.gg went ahead and told you about. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
So that's
So
good to
Tom,
know.
you've swapped your loadout now. Is this Blast Furnace we see you were?
Yeah, you were just talking about Blast Furnace, so I thought I'd hop over to it.
It's thematic. Yeah.
Nice and smooth, like it always was.
Kelsey, actually too on your side, obviously having this new tapestry of rewards to work with has been pretty exciting. As you kind of went ahead and sort of hatched your plans of how players would go about getting these, kind of what role did these weapons play, I guess, in the overall reward structure?
I do
Of
like
course.
the
So we
scopes
wanted
on
the
this,
rewards of
where
this
it's kind of like the
release
recluse.
to
It
be
had
all about the weapons.
the
Yeah.
symbol on it.
Stars,
That's
they're-
actually really nice.
They're awesome. I saw people were asking a little bit about what we're going to be getting from Onslaught.
Yeah.
There's a lot of chests in there, and every single chest has a weapon in it, and all of those chests can react to attunement. So if you attune to a weapon, anytime you see a chest, it's going to happen. So
Okay.
Excellent.
every
that-
every set, not every
Is that
wave,
for
that'd be
Barons?
crazy. Every set, there's a chest
That's a
weapon in
four.
it. If you
That's
do it,
forbearance. Wait, so we're gonna be getting a forbearance with this as well. I didn't even notice that. Okay, so this is gonna be great for people who don't have forbearance, who don't have access to Witch Queen to play Val the Disciple. So this is gonna be great for them to get probably the best weapon in the game in terms of energy grenade launchers or just grenade launchers in general. I mean, for everybody that I know, uh, you don't start anything without forbearance. There was a point in time where I didn't run anything without a forbearance, a time lost fatebringer, and a Negerhead sword. And then I would always swap out my kinetic weapon with maybe like a quicksilver. Um, so I had that going for me, but this is great. That'll be amazing for people who don't have this uh yet and who don't are free to play. So I feel like Into the Light is going to be catered more to like free to play players who don't have any of these weapons, who can't get any of these weapons because they don't have the funds for it. This is a great way for them to get on the game, start playing, and just grind out the game. This is a great way to do that. Dares of Eternity was the same way, but you kind of need to get 30th anniversary for a lot of its perks. So this will be great. I am enjoying this.
at higher difficulty, there
Yeah.
are two chests. They both have weapons in them, and if you keep the ADU alive throughout, you can just completely destroy. So I've been really partial to Luna's Howl. I
Fair.
yeah, I tend to get a little feral, a little too excited. Sometimes having like heal clip on it or something can give me that extra staying power I need to keep that ADU up.
It's part of, you got to be in the fight as much as you possibly can, and I say that partially as a Void Hunter who crutches on invisibility and runs away right away. So I understand and respect the hustle that I don't end up having. Also, too, we got a question from chat from Lil Camino, I think is how you pronounce the name. My mistake if you didn't get it correct. But just to reiterate, will these weapons be attainable after the final shape arrives?
Yes, the base weapons
Yes,
will be,
they will.
but the limited edition variant.
Of a limited
The limited
each weapon
edition
with
variants will
that
not.
curated
That's what he said.
Yeah. See, we're getting, again, I think, put it on another copy of the weapon, or is it just on that one weapon?
So you can remove it, you can't put it on something else.
Cool.
It's locked to the weapon that it dropped on.
Makes sense, yeah. I mean, honestly, when it looks that good, you just got to go ahead and stick with what you got, you know?
Like damage resistance, you've got an overshield, and enemies are missing you all the time. So
Reward structure. Was there anything about it where you're like, all right, this is the moment? Like Onslaught is set up just right. Like, what was it like, kind of building?
Okay,
this
so I
structure
think
for players to go?
we've gotten through like the nitty gritty. They're probably just gonna be talking about like more cosmetic stuff that we've already really talked about. So um let me go ahead and let's get to like a screen here so that we can see just something um just for the time being. Uh, so I mean, I want to say, you know, as we talk more about this, what are we looking for really with this new stuff? And I kind of like touched more about it in there, but I think overall, I think they're catering more to the new light players with Into the Light. Um, they're kind of giving more to the people who've been playing for years and bringing back these weapons that everybody loved, but they're also bringing them into the light of of these new players who they've never played with these weapons, and they see them in the shop and in the kiosk, and they're like, yeah, but they're sunset weapons. They're not going to be good ever, like I don't need them. But now they're coming back, and you're gonna get to see them a lot more. This happened very frequently with the Seventh Seraph weapons. The Seventh Seraph weapons were good for like a little while, and then they started to get into a bad spell with them because they did so much. And just to go back in here and see this the TWAB is or the TWID is that you can see the falling guillotine here, the midnight Q here. This is probably uh the weapon that they were talking about. I honestly forgot the name. But you can see the warlock armor. The warlock armor looks really good. I feel like the warlock armor is going to be the best one of the sets, just because the hunter, it looks cool, but it's not going to be that cool. Titans kind of look like the red Power Ranger in like Megaforce, just on, like they took some type of testosterone. uh, but along the lines of everything else, I feel like, this is all like great stuff that we're gonna see. Here's a better look at I didn't mean to do that. Here's a better look at that. Um, but like I enjoy this. I enjoy seeing Bungie, actually in the devs at Destiny, like actually trying to make a good game and make something that everybody wants to see, everybody wants to be with. And I think it's fine that the social space isn't the D1 tower. I think that's fine. I think the D1 tower is only going to come back for one reason and one reason only. It's to put back the Outbreak quest, 0 hour. 0 hour, for those of you who don't know, we at the beginning of Red War, we go into we start off in the burning down of the old D1 tower, and then as we go along, we start to have these, different these different things happen. um, and then we go back to the D1 tower where it's still in ruins, and the whole point is to defeat it within a certain time period so that you can get uh, you can actually end up getting Outbreak perfected. So, but we do see the tower here. I don't think that this is the D2 tower. I think that this is the D1 tower. It looks exactly like it, It has these, off sections right here, obviously, but I think this is the D1 tower. So I think we are gonna see that come back. I think we are gonna see 0 hour come back, maybe at a time. But this is all stuff that we have to see in the next episode, in the next stream. So I will be doing that, and I know I'm a little late to the party on this one, but that's just because I was, working on other things today. So, but I will definitely have this posted. I'm probably gonna post it within the next half hour or so. So if you're seeing this, it is, still the same day, so it's still Tuesday. Um, and so yeah, also be tuned into the channel because I am finishing up my Starting Fresh in Destiny 2 series. Currently, it's gonna take probably the next week and maybe a week and a half to get those videos out. And but after that we'll be starting again in something else. So you guys excited for more? I'm gonna have a tips and tricks video come out. It'll be the first of many to come, and it will be about warlock movement. I'm gonna be explaining how to move properly as a warlock, uh, like you guys are 5 years old. And this is for all the people that they can't really learn from other people because they don't explain it properly. This will be a downsizing uh a downsized version of a explanation so that everybody can understand it, no matter who they are. And you can always skip to uh whatever parts in the video to see certain things. Like if you already know how to move properly as a warlock, you just need to learn how to well skate, then you could do that. So, uh, anyway, thank you guys for watching. If you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. Go ahead and show my other videos some love. Go check out the Starting Fresh series. I will be having, as I said, those videos come out within the next week and a half. Stay tuned for the next stream video. I'm going to be going on the stream and filming that next week, hopefully. And so, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will see you in the next video.